Yo, once again, it's on. His big fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog, and you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Nets fans, we the best fans. Shout out to Beeman Boy in the chat early, you know what I mean. And you already know, man. We seen some dude. I don't even know who this dude is, man, but he was hooping. I said, God damn, he trying to get a contract for sure. Ben Saraf gotta be under pressure seeing Dion Brown today. Yeah, excuse me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout to Money Mike in the chat. We out here, man. Like I'm just get straight to it. Him, Dane, Danger, Cheney, Sano. Put them on the roster. I don't know who you trying to sub out, but you gotta put them on the roster. Him. His name is Dion Brown. Look at the kind of work he was doing.
He's already showed his commitment to the game.
Look. Okay, that was easy.
He took that talent with him.
Okay.
2 minutes remaining in the half.
Get around the rim.
Last three guys, 7'3", drafted in the lottery. Victor Wembanyama and Zach Edey.
Okay.
Gang and Nets on the other end.
Look, we had this conversation yesterday. It's worth bringing up again. Deep in the shot clock here. Nice fight on every play here, Coach, over here on this side.
I miss being wrong.
Allowing opportunities. And here we go. Here's now a third chance for Brooklyn to score on this trip.
Nice. Oh, man.
Brown through traffic.
Now he's trying to carve out a career in pro basketball.
Good
Brown
pass.
finds the baseline cutter, and it's
Good pass. Sign this dude, man. Maybe there is lackadaisical or something. Shout out to A-Tracks in the building. He said Nets fans, the best fans. What up? What up? He's just talking hoops, talking basketball. I'm trying to see if the Nets fans is on board with signing Cheney, Danger, and Dion Brown. That's really why I pulled up. Should the Nets sign all three of these players? Should the Nets sign all three of these players? And if you sign all three of these players, you got to keep Day'Ron Sharpe and Josh Minot and Keon Ellis. But Ben Sarab, Terrence Mann, Drake Powell? Dare I say Drake Powell? Drake Powell played good defense, man. I'm shy to let him go. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't think that the Nets fans have no worries, man. We ain't got no worries. Either they gonna make if they stay consistent, and again, it is the competition, it is the summer league. But Cheney Johnson, I think he an NBA player. Danger, we gotta see. We gotta see with Danger. And Dion Brown, we gotta see. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying I think Cheney is a player for sure. If I can only get, you know what I'm saying, one of those players on the team. Word. That's facts. Yeah, man, sign them guys, man. Sign them. Why not? Sign them. You know what I mean? 16 points.
Commitment to the game. He paid 200.
Boards, went to the turn.
16 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists, 2 steals. That's some of them, bruh. I'm just saying, even if y'all don't sign them, like let them get a 2-way or something. Let them get a 10-day contract, some. You know what I mean? Hold on. But yeah, so those the three. And then I wanted to talk about the trade. Shout out to King Jordan in the chat. Yo. I seen Atlanta Hawks. I was on We Hawks TV. Yeah, I like their channel, man. He be having a big panel like this, but it's, you know what I mean, Hawk fans instead of Nets fans. I like their channel. But yeah, I know y'all heard about that Thunder trade, and Dort went to Atlanta. I don't see how Atlanta gonna score. I seen they starting lineup. I don't see how they put points on the board. There you go. Oh man, what's the official trade though? Okay, here you go. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I can see it. It's the official trade to breaking the Oklahoma City Thunder trading all defensive wing Lou Dort to the Atlanta Hawks in a 3-team deal that sends 3 second-round picks to OKC, former number 1 pick Zachariah Ricochet to the Dallas Mavericks, and Ryan Nembhard to Atlanta. Ryan Nembhard to Atlanta makes sense. They need that point guard help. I don't know, man. I don't know how much this moved the needle. Like they could defend, but they can't score. They cannot score. You should see they starting lineup, bro. They got Alexander, Jared, Jalen Johnson. He's like the only scorer. I think Okolawande or somebody like, bro. Who that? Dyson Daniels. I think he start like. They can't score. They cannot score the ball. Shout out to Jamal the franchise, Bill Johnson, Michael Kava. You know what I'm saying? We out here, man. Oh man. Oh, Michael Kava, you a Knicks fan? You funny as hell. I mean, it's the off season. Okay, you run the East. I mean, what we supposed to say about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the off season. But as soon as that season start, even though y'all the team, I feel like if the Mets got to go through the Knicks to get to the shock the world, that's going to be part of the way we do it. I think that's part of the way we do it. We shock the world by getting through the Knicks. We definitely going to be competitive, especially with Randall. Randall know all their tricks. You know what I'm saying? Randall got some real help. He got a real point guard in Mikael Brown Jr. We out here, man. Word. But yeah, man. I don't know how much this moved the needle. I don't feel like Atlanta they did something like, oh my gosh, like, nah, they need to put some points on the board. I know the East is mainly defense and the West is offenses. I know it's like that, but I mean, they got nobody that could get a bucket besides Jalen Johnson. Like, they not scoring like that. They lucky they crack 100. They lucky they crack 100 with that lineup, bro. And I mentioned them to say that the Nets could be better than this team. The way we got a lineup where we got more offense and the Hawks is heavy on defense. So do offense beat defense? We gonna see. I'm here for it. I want to see that game because we got Wolf at the center, Day'Ron Sharpe at the center, excuse me. Then we got Randall at the 4, MPJ at the 3, Diego at the 2, Mikael Brown Jr. at the 1. Who they gonna have? Alexander on Walker Alexander on Mikael Brown Jr. You can't guard him. Can't guard him. Yeah, bro. No, the Hawks is not no threat, bro. CJ McCollum is their offense. That's their number 1 option. He wasn't the number 1. He's the number 2 option with Damian Lillard. He ain't never get far in the playoffs. They not scaring nobody in the Eastern Conference. I am not worried about Atlanta Hawk at all. I'm not worried about their little baby Hawks. They gotta grow some offensive wings. How that Hawk gonna fly if he can't score? We gonna be a better team than the Hawks. Yes, we gonna be a better team than the Hawks. What them standings looking like, man? Is Nets fans? He said, "Oh, shout out to Michael Carver." He says it's the first time on his show. Welcome, y'all. All welcome. Listen, this is what I do, Michael Carver. I'm a big fan, so I'm a big fan of the Nets. So I like to meet big fans of other teams. I mean, obviously, because I'm in the tri-state area, Knicks fans is always going to be in the algorithm. I gotta respect it, but I gotta let you know, you know, this could be an atmosphere not so warm for a Knicks fan. You know what I mean? Now, you got to know that I run this page with integrity and respect. Just because I don't root for the Knicks doesn't mean I disrespect them. But I can show you ways that the Nets could beat the Knicks, show you why that the Nets could be better than the Knicks, and also, last but not least, I could show you how the Nets could shock the world by going through the Knicks to get deep in the playoffs. Now, you're going to be here for soliloquies like that, and I'll say this. Just the way it goes, just the way the NBA is, as far as entertainment, they seen the outcome of when, you know, more of the fans will come out for the Knicks and how much money the city made. Business-wise, the city will be electric. If we, the Nets, meet, or the Brooklyn Nets meet the Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers, in the playoffs, the city will be electrified. I know it. Now, I said all that to say, we ready for it. We want it. The city deserve it. Nets fans deserve it. We building a whole backcourt from the draft. They're gonna be together for 3-4 seasons before we even talking money. They ain't gonna do nothing, but they're gonna continue to build cohesion. They calling them the Aura Bros already. Trust me. I ain't never seen a sweeter playoff schedule like the Knicks had. We're going to go through y'all. We're going to make sure anytime y'all go in the playoffs, it will never be that sweet for y'all ever again. The toughest team y'all played was the Atlanta Hawks. They got 2 wins. And y'all played a 7th seed. Y'all play who was in front of y'all. Man, like I said, when we in the playoffs and we see y'all can never do us like that. Ever. Tell Stephen A. or your top Knicks fans, it don't even matter. Y'all can never do us like that. We swept y'all in the playoffs. Y'all can never do us like that. Ever. Listen, like I said, the Atlanta Hawks, the Knicks, I look at these teams and they're not the same. Both of them were playoff teams, but there's a difference in tier of who is what in the playoffs. In the Atlanta Hawks, I see them building a defensive squad, and I ain't mad at that. But if you can't score in the NBA, it's no way you're going to win the game. Blocks and steals don't equal points. Huh? Bad field goal percentage don't equal points. Yeah, these are things that contribute to winning, but you need to score the ball. And the Brooklyn Nets could score. I don't even know if the Atlanta Hawks could stop us. Even with their roster, I don't know if they could stop us. I don't even know. My Yeller said Randall could score 50 points in a given night, especially now since he's a real salty. That's a fact. Randall definitely gonna be scoring. Him and MPJ, Mikael Brown Jr. and Yegor willing passers. They're guards. They get the ball first, but they willing passers. And then for what it's worth, Randall, he do get the nod for being the big man that could pass the ball. He does get that nod. I just see a lot of assists. I just see a whole lot of assists going on. You know what I mean? I just see a good, 15 assists from our backcourt alone. Huh? Talk to me nice. 15 assists from our backcourt alone. Do you as a Nets fan, from this Nets fan talking to y'all Nets fans that's listening with their ear, for God's ear, can you agree that our backcourt can have 15 assists a game? Is it possible for Yegor and Mikael Brown Jr., the Aura Bros? Bro, it's about to be serious, bro. It's about to be serious, man. But those are my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. I'm done. I'll throw the link in the chat. If y'all try to chop it up, we could do it. But yeah, I'm done. The Hawks, they ain't moving no needle. I ain't scared of nothing they got going on. We finna compete when we see them. You feel me? It's like that. And on top of that, you know, they're not going to beat us in for a playoff spot, play-in spot. If we got to go through the Hawks with that roster, we going to beat them, bro. We going to beat them. They ain't moving nothing around. I mean, they bugging out, man. Yo,
Yo, what's going on, bro?
chilling, man. I was just talking about the trade. They got a defensive roster, man. That's something else right there, man.
Well, I mean, at this point, bro, like I think, like, in order to have a defensive roster, wait, who got a defensive roster? I think Atlanta, right?
Yeah, Atlanta. They just got door. I'm gonna pull up their roster, bro. I'm gonna pull
I
up their roster.
mean,
They can't score the
ah,
ball though. I think we. I'm saying that us being a heavy offensive team and they heavy defensively, if we play, we can beat them. They're not going to be able to stop us. And again, the teams, they lack motivation once they can't score the ball after 3, 4, 5 tries. It's hard to, you know what I'm saying, to keep your head in the game. You get
well,
frustrated, and we're going to be scoring a lot. I know that for sure.
well, I think everything depends on our pace. I mean, if we getting the ball up and down the court and we committing to often we committing to a lot of shots, more open shots and more fast pace, bro. Like I think it's possible, and more elite spacing. I think is possible. Um, I ain't gotta say, bro, who need to be in the lineup, bro. Everybody know where the hell I stand, bro. Like,
Danny Wolf in the lineup, that's more points for sure.
yeah, obviously, but I mean, the problem is, bro, everybody is stuck on this balance shit, bro. Like when we ain't got balance in the first place, we heavy on offense, and that's the way it's looking. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really I get it. I understand why we should do certain things. I get it. I understand why we should start day run, but the reality is that if you really want to see an elite, closest version of an elite offensive lineup, you have to do it with Danny Wolf. In my personal opinion, I think we just much more faster. We much more it's the spacing is much more elite. The thing is, Dayron is not going to be guarded like away from Dayron setting dribble handoffs is going to be like Claxton setting dribble handoffs, bro. It's going to be the same shit. Ain't nobody going to guard him out there.
Yo,
So the
look,
reality is, bro, like you have to make it to where you have enough elite spacing, bro, all over the court. That's just my opinion.
yeah, nah, you make
Hold on a
that's
second.
valid. Um, you see, this is their starting line. They got CJ McCollum as the point. He ran 2 for the most part on Portland and with the Pelicans, and now he running point. I don't believe it. You got Nickel Alexander Walker. You got CJ McCollum there because his IQ, not because he's a natural point guard. You got Nickel there because you ain't gonna put Dyson there. You got Dyson where he at because you ain't he can't play the 2 or the 1 or the 4. Jalen Johnson, he's the 4. That makes sense. And Anyeka Nkangu, bro, like whatever, man. Like these dudes is not better than the Nets. They not. They got Kingston Flemings. He coming off the bench. He's not even started. Aaron Wiggins. I mean, he's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. Lou Dort, he's defensive. But where's the offense coming from? Like,
I mean,
where
this
he
this
gonna
this
score?
this, this is the same. I mean, well, this is the same starting five that won 40 something games last year. So I mean, I don't know what people is not. I mean, like I'm not understanding. Nikhil Alexander Walker was one of the best clutch players for them. C.J. McCollum, bro. He had a good second half of the season for them. Jalen Johnson, bro, was their best PRA player because I mean, realistically, how they play, they mostly ran. Um, if anybody was paying attention to them, bro, like I'm not about to. The thing is people got to understand we got a fairly new team, and I just want to see us improve. I just want to see our young backcourt improve. I want to see our young players improve. I'm not about to go off of bro who we better than or who we not better than and this that and the third. I just know our team is new. Their team just came off a playoff run to where they won 40 something games and they went the second half of the season, bro, on that crazy streak. So I'm not about to put ourselves over anything. We ain't make nothing major, bro. Like if anything, this is a youth movement that's going on in our organization, and that's why I'm leaving it.
Yo, hold on. We got Leaf. It's Leaf. He threw his link in the chat. Y'all can subscribe to Leaf at Leaf 4788. We got everything Brooklyn Nets John. He heavy on Twitter. Y'all could, you know what I'm saying, tap into his content over there. You see our lineup, man. You know what I'm saying? You see the title, John. I'm thinking these players, they could get on the roster. You know what I'm saying? Like Ben Saraf, we all know Chaney Johnson not a real guard. We all know Nolan, he scoped his knees and they're going to ramp him up. They say, we looked at it the other day, remember, it said 4 weeks. He ain't going to come back to maybe 5-6 weeks. You know how the Nets play is safe. You think we should add some of these players that you see? Dion, Jones, Chaney, like Danger? We need to be serious about these players or what?
You dang right. We have to be serious about some of these guys. Listen, Chaney Johnson had a great summer league. I've always talked about how our development needs to be a lot better. What Chaney's done, being on this team less than a year, having no NBA experience, to being a potential solid bench piece, like that is great development in itself. The guy is not a prototypical center or a power forward, but he's been playing well at both positions, being an exceptional rebounder, giving this team energy, being an ultimate team player. He's somebody the guy like Yegor is giving rave reviews about, saying that this guy never makes it about himself, always about the team, and they kind of take that for granted a little bit. Now they're starting to recognize this guy does present value. So Chaney Johnson definitely earned a potential contract with this team. He's on a 2A right now, but obviously we can convert that to a standard deal. Tyler Bilodeau, I call the kid Tyler Bullseye, solid from three-point shot. He showed me a bit more defense in his later parts of the summer league. Like, he's definitely somebody too that could be on a standard contract. And I would definitely give Dane Danger a potential 2-way contract. This is a guy I've been watching.
But Bilodeau already on the team, right?
Yeah, but he's on a 2-way right now. They could convert him to a potential, a standard contract. But Dane Danger, man, has definitely been a standout for me too. Like, he's part of our summer league group, our Long Island group, but this guy definitely plays with an edge to his game. He gives you physicality. He is 6'9", so he's not a prototypical center, but his rebounding has been amazing. I've been talking about how we need a big that can fight for rebounds. This dude was doing that every time he was on the court, whether it was 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 5 minutes. The guy definitely gives you a lot of effort on the defensive rebounding, and he's 250 pounds. That's the biggest thing we've been struggling with our bigs, is they don't have the body weight to be a legit big. This is definitely a guy who could be a 2-way for us and learn how to develop his game better.
He boxing out for sure. And I seen him fake screen, get to the rim with the left hand and dunk it with the left. I thought that was nice. I thought, Danger is somebody that the Nets should take serious. I mean, I know we got Mo Wagner, Danny Wolf. Dare I say a bad word about Danny Wolf. But I think you could put Danger on the roster. You put Danger, Chaney, and like you said, which again, I wish I picked the nickname. You know what I'm saying? Bullseye Bilodeau is tough. You know what I mean? Put him on the roster. You know what I mean? All three of them. You know what I mean? Like, because now, even though we don't have a 7-footer, a lot of the guys on your roster is 6'8". You know what I mean? And what I'm saying is, cycle these guys from the G League to the Nets. If somebody get hurt on the Brooklyn Nets, which I don't want to happen, but if they did, you at least got these guys on the Long Island Nets, and you could sign them the contingent on how well they play. This is nothing new. I did it with Cam Thomas. I did it with Noah Clowney. There's a couple players or a couple of more players that they sent to the G League, seen them put up, some impressive numbers. Keon, you know what I'm saying? There's different players that, got their shot because they play well. And if they don't make the Brooklyn Nets roster, at least watch them on the Long Island Nets. Yep. So that way we could keep a close eye on them. So as soon as they hooping, you know what I'm saying, we got to ask them to come to the Brooklyn Nets, you know what I mean?
Definitely. And given the fact that our center position is far from ideal, having guys like Danger and Cheney Johnson being those extra depth pieces for playing a lot of minutes on back-to-backs, it's definitely helps the Nets figure out different matchups. And you don't want them, like you just said, to be stuck in Long Island where they could be traded to other teams. We've seen that where these different Long Island teams, they trade away pieces. You don't want to let Dane Danger go to another team for nothing, man, when that guy is literally a brick house on the court that could develop. So I would say him and Cheney definitely earned certain deals on this team. And even that Dion kid, I don't know too much about him, but a triple-double, that is impressive to me. That's like, you know what, you're fighting for something. I don't necessarily know what it is on this roster, but a two-way for him, that's definitely worth the conversation.
Right.
I remember the last time a G League guy had a triple-double for this team. That might be a first.
No, that's it might
Oh
be.
man,
I can't recall anybody doing that.
I can't recall it neither. Not in a summer league game, but I don't think it's the roster spots might be thin in
That's true.
terms of like what we already put in
So
place.
let's trim the fat off the steak right now. Look at the guard depth chart, Leaf. Like look at who stays, who goes. You know what I mean? Dion Brown could play before Ben Seraph. Tyson at the end there.
I
Maybe
mean,
I don't think with the relationship Keon Ellis got with Jordy Fernandez, he gonna get minutes. So
I think I would say at least for this year because I don't know the prognosis on Nolan Treyor's recovery or whatever, but he should be ready for the season. So that most likely will be the backup point guard going into the training camp. So Seraph will probably be the odd man out. Drake Powell still is hanging on to a thread in terms of the guards. Tyson Etienne might be on the IR part of our roster, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, like it just seemed like Tyson Etienne, Cheney Johnson, bro. It's like the spots that they want to occupy is probably already filled. So I mean, in case of
I'll give you Tyson at the end there, but Cheney Johnson not really. He's
I,
he's a gritty player. Like he's going for loose balls, pause, but he's doing the most trying to. And I wanted to say this, and this is JTV just joined the panel, so I'm gonna pass it to this is JTV. Is those players that are money motivated? Those are good players sometimes. If they smart about it. They're trying to just get their numbers and do well, but of course they're trying to do it so they can get the contract. But they're going to play harder. They're going to show more effort. And we all know there's big players that are notorious of getting the Ben Simmons, getting the contract they want, and then their quality just ain't what it was before they got that. They signed that, put you know what I mean, ink the paper. But Jay, talk to us, man. If we was trimming the fat off the steak, man, what player stays and goes out this depth chart right here, man?
Just what's on the screen right now.
Yeah.
Oh, because I was going to say Terrence Mann first, and I can't even talk about Terrence Mann like that because he a Brooklyn boy, man. But it's just like, damn, bro, like.
I think Terrence Mann, he might be locker room morale type of guy.
Go ahead,
See, look, I'm gonna say this. Just because Terrence Mann is from Brooklyn, I could get rid of Jalen Wilson and EJ Liddell before him. Know what I mean, just because he's from BK, but both of them niggas could go too. Right?
They already got rid of them. I think Wilson and Etienne were already the contract.
Like Wilson, Liddell, Etienne, bro. Those players are already gone. I don't know. Yeah. You gotta go to ESPN and update
where this list come from right here. Because I think the boy.
This is old.
I think Dylan posted the roster currently today on his page. Like I saw it was like
what is it on IG or
on IG? I saw it on his page. It was 15 dudes. It seemed like it was the current roster. It had pictures of all of them. He's like it's the Brooklyn Nets current depth chart. I think he said. But
hold on. I'm gonna try to find it.
I was trying to look at that earlier, but. Yo, it's a lot of people that could be trimmed from what we seeing currently. You know what I mean? But
yeah, because they say we running a 10, 11 man roster. Like, how we gonna fit all these guys on the team?
Right, because Jalen Wilson, honestly, I told y'all last year, and not like I got anything against Jalen Wilson for real, because I did like him as a player. But I said if he don't get a dunk this year, he could get off my team. And like he. I think isn't he the longest tenured player in the NBA to never have a dunk or
Without a
some shit
dunk.
like
It
that?
might be. Yeah, I think he
Like,
Probably.
might be.
Probably.
that type of
I
stat
mean,
could get
well,
the fuck
hold
off my
up. You
team.
got to clarify that up. He's the longest tenured player at his height without a dunk.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
Yeah.
that type
Yeah.
of stat could get off my team.
Wait, he's
Like, go
Yes.
get a
6'4"?
dunk. Yeah,
That's
not getting
crazy.
that dunk to me proves that you don't want it aggressively enough to go
Yeah,
put the ball in the goddamn hole when we need a bucket.
that's a fact.
That's what it
Yeah,
says to me.
that's a
How do
fact.
you think man?
Yo, hold up. I don't know why this came up to mind, but yo, Jay, was you there? But the night we was at that game. I think his mom was walking around with like a
Yeah,
jacket on or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That
I
because
couldn't believe that was his mom's, man.
because
Like, bro,
Dawn introduced us to his moms, I think, or she
yeah,
introduced. Yeah,
like
Who
it blew
moms?
my that.
Terrence
Jalen
Mann?
Wilson.
No,
No, Jalen
Jalen
Wilson mom.
Wilson.
Okay.
Or was it his aunt? It was no, I think it was his mom because she had
It
his
was
face on
his
the
mom.
back of a jacket.
She had Wilson on the back of her jacket, like and the number and everything. And I was like, yo, who the hell? I'm like, yo, this girl. Nah, they was just like, yo, that's Jalen Wilson mom's. I'm like, oh, where? I'm like,
Right.
all right, yeah,
Well,
but
respect.
yeah,
But
yo,
that
Yo,
then you just made me feel bad based on what I just said about him. But still, though,
yo,
Jalen,
hold up, time
all
out, yo.
right, bro.
I seen this shit earlier, bro. This is
They got Danny
disrespectful.
Wolf, the third
This is
string.
disrespectful.
Bro.
This is disrespectful.
Third
This is
string behind
disrespectful.
Moritz Wagner. He ain't never played a
but
game with the
look,
Brooklyn Nets.
let's
And
be
he
real
took Danny
though.
Wolf's spot. That's
Let's be real.
crazy.
Where is Danny Wolf making the second string at then, or
Power
starting?
forward. Power forward,
Bro.
probably.
Hold on. Y'all think Mo Wagner better than Danny Wolf?
No,
All right.
I
That's
don't
one.
know, but Mo Wagner is more of a seasoned professional than Danny Wolf right now. So
that nigga, bro, he ain't played 26 minutes since the bubble. What are we doing?
It,
Like,
it there's
this
actually a
this is.
point. There's actually a point question here. Who is the backup four? Is it Clowney or Wolf? Because there's a serious
Right.
logjam. If you play mine out at the 3 or Powell, so yeah, I think we have to make some roster decisions, like very soon, like Breezy said, because you have a triple logjam right now. This is crazy. This should already be figured out right now, like who's staying, who's going, because we kind of feel like we know who's going. Saraf could go. Terrence Mann can go. No Clowney, we're not paying him. Like those are 3 guys we could swap out, give Chaney Johnson, Tyler contracts, and bring Dane Danger on as a 2-way. This is not complicated stuff. I know who already should not be on this team. I mean, Saraf had a 30% field goal this summer league and a 20% from 3-point line as a sophomore. That's embarrassing. Like that was a complete miss. And you have other guys like him.
There's a reason why Saraf is in the third string. I understand that we shouldn't even argue about that, bro. My argument is, bro, this disrespectful, this shit that's still on the screen, bro. It's disgusting.
you
Danny
tell
Wolf don't belong
We,
below none of these niggas,
Well,
bro.
we
Like
not
this
just
is
looking.
ridiculous.
We not just looking at him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know,
It's the
you know
most
what? I
disrespectful
won't even
shit
put him
on
in
the
the screen. I won't
page.
even put him in the screen. Since he in the third string, I just take him out right quick, so you won't even see him. You won't even.
This
Take
is
him.
a wild disrespect. Now you
I
gonna be
think
more disrespectful.
I think Dayron did enough to deserve to at least start for the beginning of the season and see what he could do. Like I do think he earned himself a starting spot on the Brooklyn Nets. Is it gonna work out with him as a starter? I don't know. But I do think he did enough to earn his spot. But
I-
the second string is I don't know.
That shit is
And
wild questionable.
we said last year because is Danny Wolf a 4 or a 5?
I think a 4.
He's a 5. What he put on 10 more pounds for?
He's transitioning to a 5.
Then he's a
Naturally,
5.
he a 4.
That
See,
that
Didn't you tell me
is
that? Didn't you
crazy.
tell me he was naturally a 4 in college? You said that.
Yeah, in college, nigga, that was 2 years ago, bro. He's a 5. That's what, bro. People gotta understand what
I'd rather have Danny Wolf as that second string 4 over Noah Clowney.
This is
and
embarrassing.
why would you guys rather that, bro?
This shit is
Because
disgusting.
because Noah Clowney had the green light last year. It was his spot to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They was try to run his offense to him, and he's just his percentage at the 3-point line wasn't enough for him to, in my opinion, be the second. And
See,
with
man,
Danny Wolf, he could put the ball on the floor from the 3-point line better than Noah Clowney.
Here-
So
Here's the
my
reason.
thing is, hold on. Can I respond to Breeze
yeah,
real
yeah.
quick on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one?
go ahead.
I feel like I can't put that on Noah for real because he's just doing what a good soldier does and doing what his coach, his general, is telling him to do. So if he's telling him keep shooting the ball, he's gonna keep shooting the ball. That don't mean that he wouldn't have rather went to the rim on some of those shots, but you know you're not gonna get the minutes if you don't do what the coach is telling you to do to execute his game plan. So if he puts Danny Wolf in the same position, you think Danny Wolf is just gonna drive the ball? No, he gonna do what the coach is telling him to do too. So then that means you just want Danny Wolf to shoot a bunch of threes, and do you think he gonna make more than Noah Clowney?
Yeah, I think some of that is skill. I don't think he could put the ball on the floor. Like I don't think he
Me
has a
neither.
handle like
I
Danny
seen
Wolf.
Noah
I
Clowney put the
think
ball
Danny
on the
Wolf
floor in the G
handle.
League.
I think Danny Wolf
Um,
handle is leaps and bounds better than Noah Clowney handle. Like I do.
Leaps and bounds. This
Well,
shit ain't
well,
Well,
even
I'm
close.
not saying his handle not better. I'm saying that he could
But
put the
that's what I'm
ball on
saying.
the
Noah
floor and
Clowney
drive
taking
to the
all those
rim.
things
He could
because he
drive to the
has
rim
to.
and get a dunk.
well,
I'm
No,
well,
saying
he
that.
can't.
I
Noah
mean,
Clowney
Danny
only
Danny
driving
Wolf
to.
could drive to the rim and get a dunk. We done seen
He
him
don't
No,
really
crash
I
on
driving
seen
to
I
somebody.
seen
the
I
rim.
seen Danny Wolf do it too. I'm not saying Danny Wolf can't. I'm saying Noah Clowney can.
what Noah
Bro,
when Noah
he got
I
wants
to
is
show me. He
physicality
got to
right
To
show
now.
me.
me, I look at it like this, bro. Dayron is constant energy, but the problem with Dayron is that with the last two deals that he signed, if you look at 2 years, 12 million last year, and then and then you sign a 2 years, 20 this year. That's basically a bench player in this league. Who has a starter signing 2 for 20? Nobody's doing that. And then in
Oh,
this past year, bro, and if I stay to my point, bro, Dayron been averaging consistently under 20 minutes his entire career. Danny Wolf came in the league averaging exactly 20 minutes out the gate, and he didn't have no role. Now we got a chance to put him in a role and create arguably one of the best offensive starting fives, bro, in the history of this organization, bro. And niggas got this shit on the damn screen. This shit is
but
disgusting,
but
bro.
but, but Leaf, according to analytics, Dayron is just as good as Jalen Durant. That's the argument I've been told when I don't think Dayron is a starter. I'm told he could be Durant on the
Yeah,
team.
because they
You
keep
subscribe
showing all
to
these
that?
per 36 minutes.
I don't
Listen,
subscribe to that. That's bar would say.
look. If you wanted to subscribe to that, that's fine, bro.
I
I listen.
don't
All I said, bro, is in terms of the player model and what they're capable of doing on the court, bro. Like at age 22, we know what Jalen Duran is, bro. But at the same time, Dayron is what 24 and been in the league going on his fifth or sixth year, bro. Like to me, in terms of the player build, I'm not talking about the stats. I'm not talking about what they did for their respective teams. In terms of the player model, respectfully, I really don't see the difference between the two, other than one nigga was a second option for the Detroit Pistons, and another nigga was on a tanking ass team, bro, for the last 3-4 years.
This is nasty work. Half of our draft picks are third stringers right now. That is crazy stuff. Yeah,
Which is
that
which is
no
which is which
basic
which goes to show you, bro. Whoever put this up or up there, bro, clearly don't see the vision.
This
They
Nets press.
clearly don't.
This is
I
Nets
I
press.
I see what, bro. I don't see how you could effectively put some of these guys over the guys in the second string part.
I just don't like this roster, period. Like, to me,
But
this
I
roster
got
That's
is
who's
very
on the
thin.
team. What you mean?
No, it's a very
Man,
unfinished roster.
listen.
Sean Mark said he's happy with this. Half this roster is not even a long-term part of the future. We have Michael Yeager, we have Randall, MPJ. We don't know if he's resigning or not. And Dayron, as much as I like the guy, a solid backup. He's going to be no Jalen Durando as a starter because what Lee said, he still can't set his feet in the NBA. Like, I just feel like this roster is so
It
logjam right now. Look at the second and
it
third
just
unit.
it
It's crazy.
John, it
But
just
how could
goes to
y'all be
it
willing to
just
give
goes to
Danny
show
Wolf a
you,
chance and not Dayron Sharp, and he the best rebounder on the team?
John, it just goes to show you, bro, that everything that the Nets doing, bro, is basically in a slow cooker, bro. Think of this shit like the slowest, like Turtle versus the Rabbit. we basically the turtle. Like this shit is going to move very, very slow, bro. A lot of people, bro, like they going the most excitement a lot of Nets fans is gonna get is probably from the backcourt. It's probably
That's
from
my
the
main hope
backcourt.
right
Like
now.
it is what it is, bro. You gonna like what Mikel is doing on some nights. You gonna like what Diego is doing on some nights, bro. And the shit, it's all about seeing the Flatbush Five and Mikel, bro. Like it's basically on their timeline. All the rest of the shit on the roster, bro. Like this shit is Uber Eats, bro. Like these niggas is Uber Eats and hit the toilet.
Yo, there's many ways to describe this crazy
So
roster.
hold on. I want to say for one, I like the starting lineup. For two, like I said, I got Danny Wolf at the starting, but like I don't know, maybe Noah Clowney surprise us. But I like Josh might not come following behind Michael Porter Jr. because he's more of a defender than MPJ. So let's say hypothetically we score big with the starting lineup, and then you got more defender with your small forward. Keon Ellis, he's a Jordy guy. I mean, he do his best. Nolan Traore, he's somebody that could keep the speed the offense up. He could keep the pace. Whatever that starting lineup doing as far as pace and speed, Nolan Traore could keep up with that. He's one of the fastest guys in the NBA. Let's see how his speed is after the surgery. And hopefully we could just run that 10-man roster. You know what I'm saying? I ain't excited. You could toggle Danny Wolf for real, like really give him minutes. But other than
Danny
that,
Wolf is better than both of these niggas, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
So you
I
think
have to.
you think Danny Wolf should get more minutes than Mo Wagner and Noah Clowney?
He got more minutes just this past year than both of them niggas. None of them played 20 minutes.
I
Danny
would have
Wolf
to.
did.
I would have to agree with Leaf on him being better than Noah Clowney. Listen, Noah Clowney right now to me is a 234-pound version of Patty Mills. You tell me that dude with that weight is shooting more threes than twos. He's not a great defender. Like Clowney's not been a good defender since those 10 games he came up with the team 3 years ago. Like I haven't seen any progression with Clowney's game other than the 3-point shot. But it's like really 234 pounds. That is the best thing you're going to give us. At least Danny Wolf, he can attack the paint. He is a playmaker. He's not a good playmaker right now, but he was a good playmaker. But I like how Danny does attack the rim. Noah Clowney doesn't attack the rim. So if you're asking me who my backup four is, I would probably give it more to Danny than I would Noah right now, unless Noah shows me in training camp preseason, oh, I can attack the rim a lot. I'm not just a 3-point chucker. Like, we have to see Noah Clowney show us that. And if he can't, I would go with Danny at the backup four right now than I would Noah, because you have to show me some aggression, especially if he wants a contract next year, which at this point, I don't think he's getting a contract with us, Noah Clowney. I think that ship is sailing.
That's fair.
Danny Wolf should be starting, man. Fuck out of here. This shit is ridiculous.
We need a censor. Let's look at Jalen Duran.
Bro, if I know our coaching staff, Danny Wolf is starting, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Jamal franchise in the chat. He said this team might surprise a lot of teams low key. When I think about Detroit, they didn't have no one really except for Cade and Jalen, and they was the number 1 seed in the East. Yeah, now they ain't, bro. They on the outside. I don't think they holding that out. Right. But to your point,
no.
You gotta score the ball to win in this league, and I think we cracking 100 every night for sure.
Not with no damn Dayron in the lineup, bro. Like,
no, Dayron is not
Jalen. Second chance opportunities.
Jamal's main argument is that
niggas just think Dayron just gonna let Dayron through and grab everything rebound. This shit crazy.
Can y'all participate in this? Can y'all participate in the poll chat? Mo Wagner 1, Dayron Sharp 2, Danny Wolf 3. Like, who should start for the Brooklyn Nets? Please participate. 28 people watching right now. Please.
Jamal's main argument to me today is that Dayron is very similar to Durant. It's just not. Durant is way more offensively contributor than Dayron. Dayron is a great rebounder, or so is Durant. But I just look at the physicality of Jalen, and that is stronger than Dayron. I get what Jamal's trying to come from, giving Dayron a chance. But just to what Leaf said, we haven't seen Dayron's weaknesses get any better than what they are. He's still a sloppy guy with the ball in his hands. He still can't set a screen. Like, I think rebounding is going to be very important, what he's going to give us on that. But everything else about his game, it still hasn't gotten better, and he's going to be in year 5, year 6. And just to what Leaf said, they're giving this guy $10 million deals because they want to keep him as a backup event. It's almost like with Mitchell Robinson. They had Mitchell start at one point, then he became a bench guy so they could win a chip. Like, I think that's what Dayron's ultimate purpose is. Maybe temporary start, but eventually, when we do get that legit center, Dayron is a solid backup. For everybody that says I'm criticizing Dayron, I like him as a backup. He's like an Andre Drummond prototype, maybe one of the best rebounders in the league, but making him a starter, you're asking him to magically turn his game into something that it's not. And I just want people to keep that in perspective a little bit.
I say you give him a shot, right? You give him a
Mhm.
shot. He could lose his spot and go back to where he was.
Mhm.
But if he surprises you
Mhm.
and does what the numbers say he does, then it's a good thing. But if not, he could always go back to being the backup, because I do agree with you. He's a solid backup, and the numbers that they're comparing, I feel like, are against other backups. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Mhm.
if
Exactly.
he excels doing good, like if you do good in your position, better than expected in your position, you deserve a promotion. Know what I mean? And if you get a promotion and you can't fulfill the duties of that job, then that just means you're good at the job you was already at.
No, that's very fair. And again, if Dayron does surprise us, and I'll be the first to say I was wrong about that. Like, I want Dayron to be a long-term part of this team because he does fit a role as our backup primarily. But if he surprises us, and he's maybe a potential starter, then like you said, he probably is entitled to a pay raise. But again, to what me and Bree's been saying the last few days, if Jalen Duran is available, that should be your main priority. You don't have to pay Michael Yeager for 3 to 4 more years. Duran is a 22-year-old, solid, physical Goliath starting center that could help these young guards on his team excel. And him and Dayron together will be an unstoppable center duo for years to come in Brooklyn. That's what my main focus should be for this team right now. But like Sean Marks always does, you know this, Jay, he wants to go with the guys with the opportunity of potentiality. But you can't ride on potential forever. Either you are that guy or you got to go find that guy. And I hope the best for Dayron no matter what. But again, I just feel like his main contributions as a solid backup for us. But like you said, maybe there is a potential surprise there, but based on what I've seen the last 5-6 years, I know what Dayron is. I know what he isn't. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. But that's all I'm saying. I think they just giving him a shot because they feel
Mhm.
like he earned a shot with
Right.
his role on the team, what he's been doing. I think, like, if I feel like if he two things, and it's gonna sound backwards, it's gonna sound like I'm telling him the opposite shit. But if he learns how to keep his feet planted on a screen and learns how to move his feet on defense, that makes him a much better player instantly.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's because he'd be leaving the game early because of a screen. And they call that a foul. You don't want to get Dayron in foul trouble. You don't want him out there getting in foul trouble. If he can stay out of foul trouble, he good. You know what I'm saying?
But hey, maybe that's why we got Danny Wolf. So if he get in foul trouble, now I mean we got Mo Wagner and Danny Wolf that both could play. Remember my old thing. You get 6 fouls a game, man. Who said that? It was a basketball player that said that. He was like, you get 6 fouls a game, and if you don't use them, you're not playing the game by the rules of the game. Know what I mean?
Right.
You can use those fouls, but you're supposed to use them when they're necessary. And
Right,
hey,
and when necessary, 6 times.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about
it could
fouls with
be.
our
Now, I
bigs.
mean, depends on the flow of the game.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about fouls with our bigs, but that's the problem too. None of our guys are rim protectors, and you saw with Danny against the Rockets, he's very clunky as a protector. If there's athletic players against him, more likely they're either going to get a foul call because that's all he can do. And once he reaches out with his hands, it's like, damn. And like, you don't want that though for Danny, Dayron, and Mo Wagner. That's why I was like, this really don't make sense long term. You have 3 bigs that are all very similar. Yes, Dayron is the exceptional rebounder, but they all have similar defensive weaknesses. So that's why getting a Dane Danger on the team can help us out a lot because that guy brings physicality on rebounding. He's definitely worth a look at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. We'll see. We'll see. You got Jamal franchise in the chat. He said most players seems like solid backup almost most times turns to stars and all stars when given the opportunity and chance. I'm just saying we've seen it before. That's true. Certain players, they given the opportunity, they shine. That could be a Dayron's story. You know what I'm saying? He the longest tenured Brooklyn Net player. Give him that opportunity. He been holding it down this long, taking all these 2-year contracts. Them 2-year contracts added up to 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Word. So yeah, man, it's called what it is. Dayron Sharp. I respect Danny Wolf, but if you're gonna say are you doing right by players that deserve the chance, yeah, it's Dayron's spot. If he don't play well, then you could, you got Mo Wagner, you got Danny Wolf, you know what I mean? You could pivot. But yeah, let Dayron, you know what I'm saying, get them offensive rebounds and all of that. You good. Jelly O. Smith says sometimes it's on the guard as to why Dayron gets called for those fouls. Dayron and Kelly need to be on the same page. Okay. I think he will be.
He also has to set a screen. Like, they call us fouls because Dayron doesn't know how to do that. And if he can master that this year, then I will give him some serious props because that's fundamentals. My main criticism with Dayron is he makes those fundamental mistakes. And somebody just said in the comment section, he's a good defender. He's not a lateral defender. He's not guarding anybody one-on-one. So most likely his best defense is on the rebounding aspect of things. But again, against certain matchups, that might not be enough on some nights. That's all I'm saying as far as that goes.
Nah, I feel you. You got Carson Eaton on Twitter. He believe in Noah Clowney. I ain't mad at that. Listen, that's another thing. If they're going to give him that backup four, bro, that's a great. Somebody like Randall, he's a veteran. So if we might be going to him for offense while he on the floor. So when you come on the floor, we're not going to go to you. We're going to change our offense a little bit. But if the ball swing to you and you can knock down that three, that's amazing. That's amazing because Randall don't play like the way you play. And if you could learn from Randall, that would be great too. So I'm not totally giving up on Noah Clowney, but I think his season was rough. You know what I mean? But yeah, Jay, you seen that trade with Atlanta?
Yeah, I seen that shit. I didn't see the whole thing because it's a 3-team trade, right?
Yeah.
So what's all the details if y'all know it? I just saw that Lou Dort went to Atlanta, and I don't know. I guess P told me that it gets OKC under the second apron or some shit like that.
It's right.
But
It's right here. It say Oklahoma City has acquired 7-round picks this offseason, shed $224 million in payroll and tax, and position themselves comfortably under the second apron via the trades of Dort, Isaiah Joe, and Aaron Wiggins.
okay.
Wow. That's what a genius GM does, man. Sam Presti, 3D level chess, man.
Hey, I think it improves Atlanta
So
because I think Lou Dort is a good player, and he's somebody that I wish we'd have had on our team. But if we did, y'all be so mad because then how's that gonna shake up the roster?
I would have been mad. 3 seconds. This is my problem with organization. How do you have over 20 second-round picks and all these other teams are getting valuable players for 2 or 3 second-round picks? You could get upgrades without having to sacrifice your first-round picks. I don't know what we're hoarding all these picks for unless a Joker is available next year to a sign and trade. This doesn't make sense right now. Other teams are literally robbing other teams of good players for second-round picks.
Look, they say the Oklahoma City Thunder traded all defensive way Lou Dort to the Atlanta Hawks in a 3-team deal that sends 3 second-round picks to OKC, former number 1 pick Zachary Ricochet to Dallas Mavericks, and Ryan Nembhard to Atlanta. Sources tell ESPN. So I just think the Hawks got a good defensive roster, but I don't see how they score the ball. And none of this moved the needle for me. You know what I mean? I just look at it like the Brooklyn Nets is better than the Hawks. Like we not gonna be a bad team. Like, I mean, the NBA, you want defense, especially in the Eastern Conference, and they give you a lot of that with the Hawks. But they gotta score the ball. You're gonna just keep defending, and then they get the opposing team. They score the ball because of the free throw line. Even if it's the free throw line, they scoring. Like, how y'all gonna score? Like, they need Jalen Johnson is good. He could get his own bucket, but that's it. I don't see them better than us. I don't
I'm
think so.
surprised they didn't try to swing for Daniel Gafford from the from the Mavs. I've heard he's on the trade block. Like if they would have got Gafford, then that team does look really good. And I agree with you. Defensively, they're great. Offensively, where's it all going to come from? But they have a lot of skilled players. Daniels, Nick Alexander Walker, CJ. They also have the Fleming scale. Like the Hawks are a wild card team because they have all the assets. And I don't know if you mentioned this or not. They have over $50 million in cap space, I think, next year. So they're in a good position, Breeze. Yeah, they may not be ready to win any title anytime soon, but they're in a position to make a big move eventually, just like we are. And that's why I find the Brooklyn Nets remain opportunistic because these other teams are like sharks in the water, man. So they smell blood. They're going to get that big fish, man. And we have to be the first ones, though. Because the Hawks team, you don't want to deal with that if they get a star player because they have a lot of good pieces. They have the pieces to build a good team. It's just they're missing, like you said, that main star player right now. But Jalen Johnson, that kid could be their franchise guy. More time of development.
We'll see. But yeah, man, that's all I got. Y'all want to get into some WNBA content or no? Y'all want to hear about Angel Reese and what happened? Y'all want to hear about that?
What happened to Angel Reese? I won.
I guess John don't. Basically,
Uh,
there was I guess a quote unquote racist slur. I don't know
mhm.
exactly what happened. The coach said something like something to the effect that species or something like that, and you know,
What?
yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy.
He calls her a species.
Yeah, no. Hold on. I'm gonna just let you see the content that I do got, and this basically Angel Reese saying thank you for the apology. But we're gonna react to that first, and then I'll explain as much as I can without pulling up the content.
All right.
Oh.
Everyone, I'm sure everyone knows about the situation that happened last game, and I'm going to address this one time. First, I appreciate Sandy's apology, but I also appreciate the love and support that I have had for the last 48 hours. It has been very overwhelming with a lot of love and also other things, but I am grateful that the league did take action on what the situation had happened. There's no place for discrimination or hate in this league from anyone, from fans to coaches to players. And I'm just grateful that we are able to move on from the situation and just play winning basketball. The WNBA is supposed to be positive, and we are going in a great light right now. So I just want to continue that and move forward.
We're going to sound orderly fast.
Hello, everyone. I'm sure.
All right, so that's the gist of it. I think it was a hard foul. Angel Reese fouled one of the coach's players really hard, and the coach said something she probably shouldn't have said. I'm trying to figure out what it was exactly because I feel like I'm misquoting her, and I really don't want to do that. But I brought up the content to say that I think sports is the biggest vehicle for anti-racism. So if you just because you got people from all over the world with a common goal, and that common goal is to be, and you're on a team, you're and more times than not with sports, you're on a team. And when you're on a team, regardless of where this person is from or their ethnicity, it's about working together for the win. And that's why I think that sports is one of the biggest vehicles for anti-racism. But things that everybody don't see it that way.
Yeah. That's crazy. Just like we was talking about the other day about the lack of black coaches in the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there needs to be a reckoning of what's going on here. Like the racism in the world has to stop, but especially in spaces that are predominantly where the talent is predominantly of color. You know what I mean? It has to be some reflection of that in the leadership. And I think even when it comes to that, when there's a reflection of that in the leadership, you'll see less of the discrimination and less of the prejudice moving forward from there. But as long as like the people of color in a space are looking like they're on the lower end in the totem pole, it's like people feel like they could do or say whatever they want, and that's fucked up.
Yeah. Paige Buckers was the one that came out and said it. She was the one saying, you know, how pretty much black women are important to me in my life. And, you know, I forget how she came to it, but I thought it was interesting because it was something that I really didn't pay attention to. You know, so I didn't pay attention to, you know, the coaches and whether they or not they was black. I really don't watch the WNBA. But I knew the Liberty won it like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. What up, though, Gary? What's good?
What up, Breezy?
What's good, G? How you feeling?
Good, man. How's everything going?
Chilling. We're chopping it up with Breezy. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Oh, here you go, right here. I just pulled up the content. Just to get your thoughts on it, because do you watch the WNBA, Gary?
I don't. I don't.
Okay. All right, so I'll just have this quick conversation with Jay, and then we're gonna get back to some Brooklyn Nets content for sure. Yeah, shout out to you and the Brooklyn boys. I seen y'all out there. I'll be moving around. So I'll be working actually. I just at work. Let me see. All right, so basically, it says Paige Buckers calls for more equal coaching opportunity in the WNBA. Okay, the near total absence of black women in head coaching roles. Let me see. It said Booker, who posted 22 points and 11 boards. Damn, she get busy. Said the league has had no black women head coaches since 2020. A sharp decline from 2022 when 3 of the league's 12 head coaches were black women. Should emphasize that the WNBA was built on a lot of black women and that they deserve the same equal opportunity as white women or men to lead teams. Okay.
Am I not understanding that? How that makes sense? It said we ain't had no black coaches since 2022. I mean, since 2020, a sharp decline from 2022 when there was 12 of them. So how you ain't had no black coaches since 2020 if there was 12 of them in 2022?
12 seems like more than a handful, if you ask me.
Yeah, that just blew mine. But she's saying right now there's none at all.
I guess.
So it went from 12 to 0?
Huh?
Is they saying it went from 12 to 0?
Well, it said it was none in 2020 and then 12 in 2022. And is it back to 0 now? I'm trying to understand so I know, because I don't know.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out right now. I'm about to ask.
No doubt.
Let me ask Google. Let's see.
Ask AI how many black head coaches there in WNBA? I can ask AI.
Yeah, I just asked. It says as of 2026, there are no black women serving as head coaches. Though there are black men in head coaching positions. See, this is another thing. I'd rather a black woman in the WNBA as a head coach over a black man. It's the WNBA.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like,
you see, and look, I'll say this because we was talking before about like, should there be black women coaches in the NBA? Because can a woman lead a locker room of men, right?
No, utterly ridiculous.
Look, this is what I'm going to say. I think gender should not dictate your job. And if you're good at the job, you can do the job. But part of the job is to be able to lead a locker room of people of one gender. So I do feel like a woman would probably be able to coach a woman's locker room better than a man would. The same way a man could probably coach a man's locker room better than a woman, but that's not always the case. Like, it's not. I can't say it's 100% of the case.
I feel like it's more relatable. You know, I know I'm being the guy's guy saying that, but if a woman going through that time of the month and she got a woman coach going, you know what I mean, know what to say to get her through the day. a man might not know what to say.
Though?
You know what I mean?
Women should coach women and men should coach men. I don't know why this is a controversial thing to say. Like men should coach men.
So why though? Why though? What's the reason? Just because
men and women are fundamentally different. Men and women aren't even similar. Like their brain patterns, like the way they think is completely different. Men should coach men, women should coach women. Like
I can't 100% agree with that, because I can't sit here and say that there's no woman that could coach a man's team better than a man. Like if she can coach the team to more wins. Oh, look, if she can coach the team to more wins based on the strategies that she comes up with and her offensive and defensive scheme, the way she runs the program, I'm not mad at that.
But
like the end result is what mattered to me.
Yeah, but more times than not, you're talking about a female basketball savant. You know,
right?
Other than basketball, like type shit. Like, but bro, regularly, normally, it's gonna be a man for like you.
Just like we talked about Reggie Miller's sister coached him into being one of the greatest players in the NBA.
But I'm not saying women can't understand the game. Becky Hammon,
the Spurs tried to do it, but it didn't work. They had a female head coach, right?
Well, for the summer league, the summer league. Becky Hammon coached summer league team,
right? Like,
yeah.
And then she said the Brunson can't win a championship, and he won a championship.
Oh, that's just wrong. I mean, I'm not. Every time a head coach gives a take that's wrong doesn't mean they don't know basketball, right? Like Becky.
No, I'm not saying she don't know basketball, but that narrative was heavy when she said it, and people gonna say, okay, who is saying this? And how much validity does it have? Now, when you look back at what she said and what happened now, I'm not taking all the way her credentials, but she wasn't accurate with that, with what she said. You feel what I'm saying?
A lot of people said that. She wasn't the only person
That's
who
what
said that.
I always thought that was a bad take because Chauncey Billups won a championship, Tony Parker. Like this idea that it's only Steph Curry and Isaiah Thomas is wrong. Chauncey Billups was the best player on his team when he won a championship, and Tony Parker was the best player when they beat the Heat. So it's not even a true narrative. Like, I don't know where it comes from, but I can list a lot of small point guards who were the best player on their team that went to a finals and won a finals.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean you're right, but yeah, I think coaching is prevalent, and I do think that players feeling that way, them having a voice, I do think they should get some of what they want. Maybe it's just a preference. Maybe that's how she feels. You know, who knows how many players she's speaking for. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, to me, a good coach is a good coach. You know, I never looked at it like, oh, I wish Jordi Fernandez was a black coach. You know what I mean? He's a Spanish coach. It is what it is.
Like, I've had a female basketball coach as a kid. She was a great coach. As a
kid, like. It's like maybe it's different. I'm more conservative. I'm a Christian. I'm in Texas. I just view the world differently. I think men should coach men, women should coach women, right? Like I teach a Bible study every Sunday. They break it down to grade and gender. I have boys. I don't teach girls, and the women don't teach the boys. Like that's just the way I view the world. I think men and women are fundamentally different. They have I have sons. I am very hard on my sons. I have a daughter. My daughter can do whatever she wants, right? Now my wife's got to be harder on my daughter because my daughter's got me wrapped around her finger. It's a different dynamic entirely. And as you get older and as you get more advanced, if you're teaching 8-year-olds or even 10, 12-year-olds, okay, that's probably not a big deal. But when you're talking grown men or even at the varsity level, men should coach men, women should coach women.
Yeah, I think in professional sports, it's going to be that way for the most part.
In 2026, I don't know if I can agree with you guys. And I do see in most cases it would be okay, but not in every case. That's why I wouldn't make it a rule of that, because there are some people that blur some of these standards. You know what I mean? and some people that are just exceptionally good at their job, that they would be able to reach a group of young men the same way or
Like
better than if one of
it,
these, like, if, because I'm just thinking, if you thinking of some in the same shit I was saying about the NBA, just if you take some of the worst coaches that are in the league, I can't sit here and say there's no woman in the world that could coach
Even like
better than the worst
let's
coach.
get rid of bad male coaches too, right? Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
there's probably a woman who could be a better GM than Sean Marks, but we just like that doesn't. Sean Marks should be fired, right? Like we should get the best
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's just that I'm not going to say just because a woman is a woman, she can't complete the job.
It's not that she can't complete the job. Is she ideal for it, right? Like you
Mhm.
could use a calculator that you got in 8th grade to do a math problem, but it's not optimal. There are better options, right? Like there are better computers now. It's like could a woman do the job? I mean, maybe, yeah.
Could a woman do the job well? Because I'm not saying just give anybody a job. I'm not just saying just give anybody a job. Like just it's a woman, so we need one woman coach. So just give the best woman a job. I'm saying if the woman is able to coach better and has better strategies, like if we interviewing people for the job, right? And the best candidate comes in as a woman, I'm not turning her down because she's a girl. She can't go in the locker room with these guys. She has to go in the locker room with these guys because she's the coach, and that's the fucking end of the story.
But hold on, but no. But see, that's another thing. That's a taboo. Like
I don't care about taboo,
bro. These dudes is wearing towels. And men are men. And hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Men are men. They in there taking showers, wearing towels. You know what I mean? And who knows? They might flirt with the coach. Like, yo, coach, you like what you see? You know what I mean?
So what? It could be gay niggas that's gonna flirt with the coach. So
I think this conversation is going left real
that shit
fast.
don't mean nothing. That's why you can't bring shit like that into the conversation.
This
because
conversation is going left real fast, bro.
Josh Primo was the first round pick of the Spurs. They had a female sports psychologist, and he used to meet with the sports psychologist, whip it out, and beat it off in front of her. They did this about 3 or 4 times.
Wait, who you talking about? Josh Primo?
I just got monetized.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
Way. Oh my god.
Now I remember that was happening.
He used to shake the chocolate milk in front of her. All right, like. Yeah.
Listen,
I don't even want to.
If you do something like that in front of the coach, you're gonna get disciplined.
It's time to get
professionalism between a head coach and male players. I'm not saying to agree with you.
I don't even know what topic we on.
Right,
because you're not listening, man. That's why.
Listen, just so you know,
we talk about real shit.
Right, hold on.
This is not real shit. This is some bullshit.
Can you stop cutting me off so I can say what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, again, more of what I'm saying is that, yes, I do believe that women have high IQ in basketball. They got a whole professional league. Yeah, women know sports. I've seen women block my shot. And, since we talking about it, seen a woman come off a screen. Now, I was guarding her. You know what I'm saying? It's a different woman. You know what I mean? This is a different time. So I play basketball with women. They've hit jumpers. They could play the game. They know the game. I'm not saying they don't. I witnessed it with my own eyes. Versus me, they hard to guard. Quick, nimble, tough. Now, I'm saying that to say I'm not taking away what they can do. But if you're talking about we talk about leadership and this and that and stuff like that, I just think in a general sense, men are more comfortable listening to a male coach. Not to say that
I got one argument against that as soon as you finish.
And again, this is in general. This is not like every example ever in the whole entire world. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
But not even like this a good thing, right? But at the end of the day, the NBA is full of a lot of young black males that had their household led by a black woman their whole life. They were led by black women their whole life. They're used to it.
I would think that I would
And when you went to school, 9 times out of 10, the principal was a woman.
All the teachers are
I would
women.
fight against
Like,
that.
go ahead.
I would fight against that just based off the simple fact, bro. Like today's NBA is mostly nepo babies, and
No,
like
it's
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
these,
them. It's a lot of
it's about it's even more than a lot of them, bro. Like we talking about there's guards that's sitting on damn Finals MVPs. They pops played in the NBA, bro. Year after year after year, there's somebody that's coming in that's a junior of a player, bro, like or a son of a player, bro, like that we've known or that we've watched, bro. Like I mean, as the NBA is getting younger and younger, bro, and we're sitting here probably aging, thinking about some of the dudes pops that played. So I would venture to say that if you and the amount of single mothers
Yo,
that
you
is
took.
produced
I just had to look it up just because you're saying it like it's so many. 10% of the NBA is nepo babies.
10%.
Yeah, and it says they're
That's a lot, though.
directly related.
10%
They're
is a
directly
lot.
related to another NBA, such as brothers, cousins, fathers, and son. 10%.
You did chat GBT.
Yes,
I
and
know
really,
you
it's
did.
the Google AI.
Okay,
That's a
all
lot,
right.
though. 10% is
So
a
you
lot.
No,
telling me that
10%
90.
isn't a lot when you're talking about the other 90%.
All right,
It is a lot.
so hold up. The other 90.
You
How
gotta
many of
expect
the
some nepo babies. You gotta expect some.
what's the percentage? What's the percentage of the NBA today that's was raised in a single mother
Oh,
household?
Come on.
I try to see if I can find it. I keep talking.
What are we
But
doing?
like I give you LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Jason Tatum. That's the ones that we know.
I don't know, bro.
I mean, like we got to understand that the NBA is headed in a certain direction that a lot of like that 10% of nepo babies probably gonna get higher and higher. Like as the more drafts that happen, probably in another 10 years, it'll probably be at 40%. It's possible.
Okay. So this is what it says. They don't. There's no universally agreed upon census for the entire league about that, but they saying the majority of NBA players, two parent household are more common, and mostly because wealth is a bigger predictor of getting to the NBA than like just that they are related to somebody. It's more likely that kids who have money and are able to go to better schools, get better trainers, get all shit like that earlier.
Right.
But it says black players are about 30% less than likely than the average black male to be born to an unwed mother.
In the NBA,
Yeah.
30%.
30% less likely than the average black male to be born to an unwed mother.
So it's more likely to have a two-parent home, right?
Yeah, that's
it
that,
sounds
yeah,
like
that's
it's
what, yeah,
double-ended.
that's what it's saying. That's what it's saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hold on.
I would.
But no, I'm just saying. Player one in the chat. He said research indicates that roughly 64 to 69% of NBA players come from middle class to wealthy households.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's just more access to programming, more access to,
Right.
doing
AAU
positive
Like,
things, and for their parents to be supporting those things and
yeah,
driving them to games and all of that shit.
yeah. This is more. It's more to the high school teams and the UA and
Because you got to be in a certain, uh, for lack of better words, be in a certain league to even get noticed. Like,
Yeah.
like the shit that they were saying with John Morant. Like John Morant only got noticed because somebody was going to get a Coca-Cola. Like he was on a court in the back somewhere where nobody would have even seen him, but the scout went to go get a soda and heard some commotion and was like, "Oh, let me see who's playing over there." Like, if you don't get in front of the right people, you ain't never gonna get nowhere, no matter how good you are.
It's
that's true. That's true. I mean, the NBA is a small group. Like in the 80 years that it's been of existence, it's only 5,000 players that have hit an actual NBA regular season court like
Right.
that's a small town, bro. Like here,
Yeah.
bro. Like so, I mean, but if we just talking about the percentage of the players that's in the league right now, I mean, the 10% of nepo babies, bro, that's probably gonna get higher in another 5 years because there's more and more of them coming, bro. We got to remember that some of these players is players of former WNBA players.
Yep.
I think
Yeah, there's a lot of
Apollo Banchero, his mom's played in the W.
JaVale McGee.
Marcus
JaVale.
Spears, the number one player in the country that just went to Texas. His mom played in the WNBA. Like, there's a lot of sons of
There's
WNBA.
a lot of them. Yeah, so I
You
mean,
get your athleticism from your mom. Like, that's where your athleticism comes from. Your height comes
well,
from your dad. Your athleticism comes from your mom.
I would say that. I mean, Wimby moms is what 6'6" or some shit like that. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if you look at Scottie Pippen moms, bro, is a clear indication of why Scottie Pippen Jr. moms is a clear indication of why Scottie Pippen Jr. is a bench player. Nah, it's facts. If Scottie Pippen moms was built like what Shaq moms is 6'4". Like y'all seen, yeah, Shaq moms is like 6'3", 6'4".
Damn. Well, see, that's how you make a huge baby like that.
Yeah, that's a fact. She produced a monster.
Yo, nah, did you? And this is just left field, but they were saying, what's that girl Cambridge, the WNBA chick? Tall, you know who I'm talking about? Light skin girl,
Cambridge.
something Cambridge. I can't remember her first name,
You
but
talking about?
they were saying her and KD have a baby is about to be future MVP of the league.
It
'Cause
better be.
he was trying to talk to her at one point. I don't know if they still talking,
You
but
talking about
Liz Cambridge, yeah,
Cambridge,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
her.
listen, why we playing? If Bam Adebayo and
Oh,
Asia have a baby, bro, like
hell yeah.
if that baby is anything shorter than top 10 in the league, to me, bro, like that's underachieving.
Yeah, because that's going to be a huge human.
Yes, it is because Asia is already what 6'3", 6'4", and Bam is about 6'10". So
You know
That's
Yao
going to be a
Ming. You
huge
know
human.
Yao Ming was born like that for real, right?
Yao Ming was, they took the most athletic
The
woman and the
tallest
tallest man
people
in China.
in China,
Yeah,
and they created Yao Ming.
yeah,
Yeah,
they created Yao
What?
Ming.
What? That's real.
yeah.
Nah,
yeah,
that's real.
Like
That's
they
They
did
real.
it on
didn't get it in a
purpose?
lab, but
They did
yeah.
it
like
on
they
purpose. Yeah,
said, yeah,
Nah, I ain't
yeah,
know that. I
yeah,
ain't
they
know
did
yeah.
that
that.
on purpose. Yeah,
That sounds like some Rocky Four shit. Like they were trying to create the super. Like
yeah. Hey, they
we
just
gonna
tried to
create
create
this for
Ivan Drago.
basketball supremacy.
Yeah, they was trying to create Ivan Drago.
It's like,
They
Yeah,
did it. Yeah,
Yeah.
look,
they did
I
it to
wouldn't
a
be
specific
surprised if they
point.
did it with that dude from Portland. I forget his name, but he got
who,
another
Greg
Chinese
Oden?
dude.
Greg
Oh
Oden.
no,
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 no.
no.
It's a Chinese dude. It's a Chinese dude.
Uh,
Oh,
I didn't hear
the
it
wing
about him,
kid.
but
Yeah, yeah.
because of the Yao Ming thing, I wouldn't be surprised if they said the same thing for him
Bro,
too.
it's a chick
that's funny
I
as
think his
overseas,
hell. I
name
bro.
was
did not know
Houston
that.
or some shit like
It's
that.
a chick overseas, bro. She about like 1 inch shorter than Yao. I think she only 20. She only 20 years old, and she played on the Chinese national basketball team.
Hmm. But that's crazy that countries is really creating people for sports. Like the US, we don't do that. But I guess
No,
not as a country. Like I think people do that. They be like, yo,
I
I'm gonna
mean,
pick the tallest
certain
girl that I
coaches
could
do
find.
that, bro. Like, so I mean, if you thinking long term, bro, like yo, you got to understand, recreation is probably one of the most important parts of humanity. I mean,
Well, yeah.
yeah. I mean, if we don't do it, that's it.
yeah, you
That's
don't
it.
do it, you the last of the Mohegans, bro. So I mean, shit, I might have to call up one of them chicks, man, from the Washington Mystics, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Make more kids. Like my mom's from Italy, right? And Italians used to always have a lot of kids. Like this last generation didn't have no kids. The average person in Italy is now like 70 years old. That's it. Like that's it. The whole bloodline's gone because one generation didn't have kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
They looking like the dinosaur out there, bro. Like that shit crazy.
If you don't reproduce, that's it. If one
Yeah.
generation doesn't reproduce, that's the end of it.
God said, "Be fruitful."
You said the Italians.
Yeah, you go to Italy. The average age in Italy is like 67 because like just people my age, your age, didn't have any kids.
Damn,
so
that's basically the Goodfellas, bro. Like that's the last of them.
Yep.
See, but
So
my thing
for
was
real.
in the movies they were showing like all of the names were the same. Like your cousin name was Tony. Your cousin name was Paulie.
Traditionally, and my dad broke this. The way it worked was the firstborn son is named after the grandfather. The secondborn son is named after the father. So you have all like Tony and Carmine, or whatever.
Tony and Carmine, yeah.
Right. See, I knew it made sense because I didn't know how until you explained it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it would be the same.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like them old school Italian movies, man. The mobster movies, them shits is nostalgia now. That shit don't exist today.
Like, hold on. And I gotta ask Gary this because I didn't know you was Italian. You Italian?
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
You can't tell from the way he told you heard that. Yeah. He like
yeah. But you know,
yeah.
I gotta ask though. I still gotta ask.
No doubt.
But I wanted to ask the Bronx Tale. Robert Downey. I said Robert
De Niro.
Downey. Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro's performance when he went in there, he told him, he said, and he was talking to his son. He said, "You think that's a tough guy? I'm a tough guy. Tom waking up every day, working 40 hours a week. That's a tough guy." That scene, like, is that like what Italian fathers are like? I always wanted to ask that.
I mean, it's dramatized, right? But yeah, because like in our culture, you guys may be able to relate to this. That kind of it is romanticized, right? Like everyone wants to be with the wise guys. Everyone wants to be with the mobsters, but it's not. No one wants that for their kid, but every kid kind of has their eye on it, right? Like John Gotti. If you're my age, John Gotti was like an icon to you. Like, oh, that guy's awesome. I want to be like him. But you don't want that for your kid. So yeah, like it's dramatized, but like there's an element of truth to De Niro's character in that movie.
I mentioned the Bronx Tale because it might be my favorite.
That
might be my favorite.
That's
one of my
a great
favorites.
movie.
It's up there. You know, when I think about my movies, because it wasn't just about being a gangster. It was talking about Calogero and how he was a boy, and he was just around it. He wasn't a gangster. He was just around the gangsters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just that part of it, just him being a boy and his pops was known for the dynamic of power or love. Remember that part? He was like, "Yo, I'm loved. People love me. People fear you. They scared of you." You know, there's a difference. I just thought that movie had a lot of dope conversations. I love that. I'm gonna watch that shit before the next episode.
I think I watched that movie at least once a year since it's been out. I could tell you right here. I could tell everybody here. People like Sonny don't exist no more. People like Sonny don't exist no more.
You know it's true.
You want me to tell y'all something that's sad, man?
What?
I don't think any girl actually passes that test though.
The door test?
Nah, no, they don't.
The door test?
They don't.
If you shut the door on their side, nobody's reaching over to open.
Well, that's because it's
thing for you.
automatic doors now, bro, and you got the keys to your shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's one of the reasons why, bro. Like, if I mean, then we was kids, bro, so we wouldn't know, bro. Like like a lot of us wish like. We would have had to been adults in the 90s in order to find that out, bro. In the 80s and 90s to find that out. To be honest with you, bro, I could tell you for sure, people like Sonny, people like Tony Soprano, people like Paulie from Goodfellas, they don't exist no more. Like they're not around no more.
You seen the I seen the real story with the actor who played Sonny, Chaz, I believe his name is.
Yeah, Chaz Palminteri.
Yeah, he was basically saying like, you know, he went back, and I'm trying to tell it the right way. I don't want to say it the wrong way, but he went back to the neighborhood, and you know they asked him to come to the back, And they basically was like, oh, maybe we could have a guy come out there with you to Hollywood or something like that. He told him no, and he said he never went back. He said, I was smart enough not to go back. I knew what those guys. He said I knew what those guys wanted. They may say this and that, but he was just talking about having discernment, knowing when to leave the room, when to stay, when to leave, how to be in the room. And he just said he played it smart, but he never really was a wise guy. That's basically what he was saying. He said, I know I'm an actor. I'm not an actor. These guys wasn't actors. You know what I mean? So he was like, yo, I knew that, and what I'm saying, I moved around accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's
like,
I think that's one of the dope thing about podcasts. Like, you see the interviews and you get to hear their perspective on things. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's one of the best things about podcasts. And now you get to see stories that you always wanted to know the answers to, bro. Like, and so much of the nostalgic stuff that we grew up on, bro. Like, I mean, we kind of knew the stories, bro, but now we know the stories coming from some people that was there, bro. Like, I never forget when Beanie Siegel was asked about Reservoir Dogs, and how Styles was mad at Hove because Hove made them niggas take their luggage. And the nigga, and they told him to take their luggage, and then when they got there, he said he ain't needed it no more, bro. So Styles went in the booth and spazzed out on whole shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, that's just one of the few stories. But like, if you look at stories like the real life shit, like what was it, Casino or Goodfellas, like a lot of them don't exist no more. Those was real stories. Those is based on
Yeah,
true
but
stories.
I like it was funny. I was laughing because I was thinking about how he tried to do Calogero. Calogero, he a kid. He just having fun. He's like, "Wait, is Mickey Mantle going to help your mother pay rent? Huh?"
Yeah.
And I was just saying, because I'm a fan of the game, and I was just thinking, like, damn, he would probably be like, "Is Cam Thomas going to help you pay rent?" No, I was just
He clearly ain't, man. Like,
Cam Thomas worried about his rent right now.
I don't
Shout
know
out to
what he
my
worried
boy,
about.
man.
That nigga worried about where he gonna work. Nigga, that's what he worried about.
No, but when you worried about where you gonna work, that's when you start worried
You
about
start worried
paying the
about
rent
your
too.
paying the rent. Yeah. So he got to
Shout out to Cam, man.
downsize.
I hope Cam good. And I sent him a letter.
I
He
hope
ain't
he did.
respond to my letter, man. Cam, I wrote you. I hope you're not too busy. Know what I
Oh
mean?
man, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
Nah,
But
but
yeah, shout out to Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas is somewhere living his life. He ain't got no bad situation. He got a good family. He got his mother. He got his sister. You know what I mean? I told you I spit a rhyme for Miss Thomas before while he was on his team. I seen him at the theater when they had the thing for him, at the movie. I said, I spit these rhymes for your son. She said, oh, that's nice. I said, you want to hear him? She's like,
He's like, of course I do.
I was like, I said,
This nigga breathed her 8 Mile in his head.
I had a brain freeze. I was like,
He heard 8 Mile in his head. He was like, if you got one moment, one shot, would you let it pass you, or would you spit them balls?
yeah. I think the illest thing about him is that his moms used to come to the games and tell him he was playing like shit. Like, for real, she wasn't holding no punches, bro. Like, it was a couple of times where she came. She been doing that since LSU, low key, like LSU in the summer league.
I really wonder if he remembered me, because I'm like a fan he could always remember. Like, I spit balls for your moms. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna forget that? Like, he gotta remember, like, yo, that dude Breezy was fire. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because the reason being is because
my name. He said, "Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my Thomas." Bro, he gotta remember that forever, bro. And I can never play that verse as an intro. Yeah, again, I'm gonna get y'all another intro this season, man. I'm gonna do something, man. We gonna put something together. You know?
Niggas gotta put an interlude together or some shit, bro.
Leaf.
Like, I ain't gonna
So Leaf, if this was a tryout, what you gonna say? How you gonna start the track? Do some Busta Rhymes shit, know what I'm saying?
Some Busta Rhymes shit. Well, I ain't even that. I'm not even that hype right now. I gotta pick another time to do it. I'll be honest with you, bro, because I'm kind of in rest mode right now. So I'll
Okay.
be honest with you, bro. Like this team, like let's be honest, bro. Like
This nigga on fire.
in another 5 years, bro, would you be surprised that this roster only still has Mikael Brown and Yegor?
No,
No,
bro.
and
You got
that's
two.
good.
You got
Yeah.
no. Tell him why, Gary. Tell him why, Gary.
Well, because you may not like this. The rest of the guys you drafted aren't any good, right? Like it doesn't look. 5 years from now is a long time. That's a good thing. If Michael
Is it
Porter,
really?
if MBJ, yeah, 5 years ago we had the greatest roster of all time. Now look at what we got. Like 5 years. Is a long
Okay, all right. Let me sum it up. If 3 years from now, would you be surprised if only if out of or everybody on our roster right now, Mikael Brown and Diego Dominguez the only two still here?
I like the
there'll be
5 years better, but
I can't tell you who it is. I think there'll be at least three, but it wouldn't be shocking if it was only those two. I wouldn't be.
The
No,
only third one, the only third one I could think of, bro, is either Nolan Trey or Danny Wolf.
yeah, what is saying? One of those guys could hit, or Jefferson, or something like that. Maybe Jefferson hits. I don't
No,
know.
absolutely not.
All right, maybe Bilodeau hits. I'm saying maybe one of those.
yeah, we ain't even giving them a chance yet.
Bruh, there's a reason. There's a reason why I'm not. There's a reason why I'm not.
Look. Nobody
And by
thought
hit,
by that by that standard.
I put it to you this way. I put it to you
No,
this way.
look. Give me 1 second. By that standard, nobody would have thought nigga Claxton would have been on this team for as long as he was.
He was on this team for what, 7 years? I think since 2019, 2018, 2019, something like that.
What if they?
I
What if
don't
they
know. He
keep
was the
Dayron
longest
forever?
tenured person on the team till he got traded.
What if
And now
Dayron
it's
is here
Dayron.
forever and retires in net? Right? What if Dayron is like our Udonis Haslem? Like he's here for 20 years.
What? Oh, dog, yo, that's wild, disgusting. One, number two, bro. Like we talking about. Yeah, we at this point, bro.
What if
Listen,
hypothetically?
you wouldn't have you couldn't have convinced me that Dayron would be on this team longer than Cam Thomas. But hey, look how it
It
happened.
happened. It
Look
just
at
goes.
how I come back around. No.
I put it to you this way, bro. Like in another 5 years, bro. Like the front office that we have will still have jobs in this league before we keep before we keep at least 5 players that we have now on this roster in another 5 years. That's how disgusting this shit is, bro. Like I like, and the thing is, this is not to frail the hopes of the player development because I think Mikel and Yegor is the backcourt of the future. I don't give a shit if we got who we got in the front office. I don't give a shit who's stupid enough to even think to do anything else. So I would say the best parts of this team and the best moments of this team going forward is probably going to include Mikel and Yegor. Like I mean, like if are we really looking at like? I mean, listen, I jump off
Yo,
the
man,
top
y'all
rope.
gotta learn to say this man name right, man. Cause I'm tired of y'all calling Mikel, man. Mikel Bridges is a piece of shit, and Michael Brown is
Michael Brown.
he's a
Michael
different
Brown.
Michael. Cause I hate y'all just keep saying Mikel, and it just gives
So
me flashbacks.
it's a bold eye, not a soft eye.
Yo, bro, it keep giving me flashbacks of that other nigga, bro, and I don't want that.
Michael Brown. Like I feel like either way you say it, bro, like it's still gonna draw a conjunction to that. So
So just call them Kels like they were saying, but Kels sound crazy
hell no,
too,
I
bro.
ain't gonna call him that neither. I'll call him Brown.
That's what he go by. That's what he go by.
I call him Brown Junior, bro. Like I don't know.
MBJ. I'm going MBJ.
They call them Killer Kels.
I would just say this, bro. The backcourt that we got constructed between the two lottery picks that we have in Brooklyn, bro, like it's probably gonna be the mainstays of the team until further notice, bro. Like I would venture to say they on this team minimum at least 5 years from now. Everybody else, I just don't know because Sean Marks is an idiot.
Even Danny Wolf. You don't know about Danny Wolf?
Even I think Sean Marks is that much of an idiot, bro. Like I really do, bro. Like because First off, if anybody on this coaching staff is very, very smart, Danny Wolf PRA is through the roof this year, bro. And it's only going to take 28 minutes a game for it to happen. If anybody on our coaching staff is smart, I gotta make a TikTok about it. I gotta apply pressure because I feel like 90% of the people I feel like a good 85 to 90% of the people that is looking at our roster don't see what's clearly there.
Are they trying to clown our roster abroad?
I mean, they could try to clown it, but the reality is that the thing about the NBA, bro, like it's the NBA is like rap styles, bro. Like the swag gets old every 60 seconds. You know what I'm saying? And then you on to the next shit, and then you on to the next style, bro. This is one of the reasons why it's been 8 different champions, and only 2 different teams have been to the finals multiple times,
Hold
bro.
on, hold on, hold on. Just because you said that, right? About the reason that it's been single championships the last few years. I saw a post, and I want to ask y'all this because it was pretty much saying, "Oh, Bill Russell had 11 championships. Ain't nobody had 11 championships since." Then they're saying Michael Jordan has 6. Ain't nobody get 6 since. Kobe and Shaq had 5. Ain't nobody get 5 since. And then there's like LeBron had 4. Ain't nobody get 4 since. So is that just telling you that the talent of the NBA is getting harder to win multiple championships?
I think it's the competition. And just for correction, the last person to win his fourth championship was Steph Curry in 2022. He not
Okay,
like
but
so I
okay.
just think that
Well, ain't
so
nobody.
I mean
Well, basically, they were saying nobody's getting over the amount of championships as
over the
the
amount of
last
championships as
person.
the
Yeah,
previous predecessor.
like they
I
might get
yeah I
to
get
that same thing, but they not getting over.
well yeah because right now we in where the competition is so equal on year to year basis is that you really don't know who's going to win the championship until like because new teams is there like going on the past 8 years now. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying since Toronto. So I mean, realistically, like like the talent pool in terms of how leveled out it is, like in terms of like how you can have the different champion every year and how it could be a different champion every year, or be a different champion, in both East and West is crazy to me because a lot of people don't know OKC is the only team to win a championship and go back to the conference finals in these last 8 years. That's crazy to me, bro. Like, I mean, like we got to understand what's really going on and how wide if it continues this way and the Nets at bare minimum is not at least in the conference finals, bro, or at least in the finals, and you got all these other teams that ain't never won before, Denver, Milwaukee, Toronto, like, come on, bro, like we just watched, bro, arguably one of the most tenured teams in the history of sports. That was an embarrassment, bro, to the city for so many years. Get handed a championship, and I'm gonna keep saying they got handed a championship. I don't give a shit what nobody say. Like realistically, bro, like we watched them get handed a championship.
Yeah, no, I was saying that earlier. Jade is bringing up the collusion with Jalen Brunson. We on their ass, know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah, definitely, for
it was
sure.
the collusion, and it's the motherfucking what did they call it? Salary cap, fucking
Circumvent something like that.
circumvention. Yeah, salary cap
Salary cap
circumvention.
circumvention, bro. I never heard no shit like
Do
that,
you
but I'm
guys understand what they did? You understand like the scheme that he pulled to give Kawhi that money? He started a business, like bought a business,
uh-huh.
and then had that business hire Leonard as to give him an endorsement for $31 million. He never showed up. He never did anything. He never took a picture. He never did an autograph. He never
Plant
did
in
a
the
shot.
tree.
Yeah, they
Nothing.
just gave him $31 million as an endorsement from a company that Ballmer bought. So he bought a company, and then that company gave Leonard $31 million. And he
And,
never
and
did
I'm
like he never did an ad. He never did an autograph. He never did nothing.
and I'm
Right.
accusing Dolan of doing the same thing for Brunson.
That needs to be investigated. Like his dad
Right.
and him need to be investigated. I'm not saying there's any smoke with any fire where that smoke is, but someone needs to investigate that.
I'm
No
accusing them.
I mean,
I'm pointing the finger.
I don't really think
I
it
think they
needs.
should start the investigation.
I don't really think it needs an investigation. Does anybody remember that they leaked the Cavs versus the Knicks the day of Game 7 versus the Cavs versus the Pistons? Does anybody even remember that?
No, say that again. What happened?
They leaked Cavs versus Knicks the day of Game 7 against the
Oh
against the Pistons.
yeah. I seen that.
They
Yeah.
leaked it. Like the NBA was like, yeah, we fixing it.
Mhm.
They basically said it right in our face.
All right.
Everybody,
I appreciate the honesty.
and again, to the point, that was a very lackluster. I mean, let's call it what it is. Even if we're not talking about the teams, you're talking about. I mean, specifically in their names, you're talking about the third seed beat to get to the finals. The third seed beat the what? The sixth seed. Then they
The
beat
second, I
the seventh
think,
seed,
right.
and then they beat the what?
The fourth seed.
The fourth seed.
They didn't play none of the head honchos that they were supposed to play. None of them. They didn't play. They didn't play the Celtics. They didn't play the Pistons.
Right.
Bruh.
I said a bunch of times during the
They played
run.
the team that beat the Celtics. They played the team that beat
I
the
like.
Pistons.
Oh, okay, but hold up.
They
Wait.
won a championship, bro.
No, like
Gary,
I said,
Gary,
you
I
play the
understand
teams
all
that
that.
are in front of you, but I feel like they have to admit
Oh
that
my
they
God.
dodge the bullet every time. Like,
Let me- Kenny Smith said when they went back to back, they avoided Seattle. He said if we would have had to play Seattle, who had Kemp, Schrempf, and Payton, I don't think we would have won any championships. But one year they got bounced out by Denver in the first round.
Then the next year they got bounced out by Utah, I think.
Yeah.
They
avoided them.
Yeah.
They
I mean,
dodged the bullet.
you're right. You're
They
right
should
about
be
Seattle.
happy that they got lucky, bro. And I think the fact that they acting like they unbeatable, or people were acting like they were unbeatable, but they had so many lucky things happen for them during that run, it's not realistic.
Yeah, I get Dirk
No.
Nowitzki and Kawhi Leonard run. It was not right. It wasn't like it was not. But they won a
It's
championship.
not like they took
thing
on
is-
the most challenging challenges and came out on top every time. They got lucky.
Here's the thing. The thing about the Dirk and the Kawhi run, bro, like we hold that shit to a high standard because of who they beat.
Yeah.
That's what we hold it to, bro. Like Dirk beat, he swept Kobe and ran through LeBron, Wade, and Bosh.
And then in between, he beat Durant, Westbrook, and Harden. Like it was a crazy run.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was a crazy run. And if you go back and look at Kawhi's run, he beat arguably the team of the decade. And everybody's gonna go back to Kevin Durant was injured, bro. And all I say is, bro, like if you go back to that season, the Toronto Raptors, bro, even without Kawhi in the lineup, was beating the shit out of the Warriors any damn way, hand over fist, because they knew how to guard Steph.
But when I talk about who the best in basketball, that's why I don't shit on players that never won a ring. Because when you look at what they gotta really go through to get to the NBA championship finals, it's a lot.
It
so
is.
This thing, you can't say that, this player never won a ring, they was trash. That's not true.
Right.
I
I think the perfect example of that is Iverson.
Mm-hmm.
Iverson is the perfect example of like that championship shit, bro. Ain't all it's cracked up to be. I mean, it's accomplishment. Don't get me wrong, but in the last 8 years, if you telling me they handing these shits out like Halloween candy, bro, like goddamn.
Right.
Like ain't nobody putting their name in a dominant pot. Everybody is just winning championships for the first time in 50 years, like the Bucks, like the Tangerines, and like the Denver and all these other teams that never really won before, and then they just go away because it's the CBA or because this, that, the third. We just seen Boston break up when we knew they was gonna break up. That Bucks team that won it, nobody from that Bucks team is there anymore. Now that Giannis is gone. the Lakers team, bro, that won it in the bubble, bro. Like, and when LeBron wanted to hurry up and speed shit up, everybody from that team is gone. You know what I'm saying? The only teams that's probably left that ain't winning a while is what Steph and Draymond and Steve Kerr and a couple of other teams. That Denver team is probably gonna break up soon. They talking about Jokic leaving.
Bro,
You know
they
what I'm
talking about
saying? So
Jokic because they gave the wrong contract to Christian Braun, bro. Christian Braun, and he got like 5
yeah,
years.
I think he got 5 years, 100 or some
They
shit.
committed to Christian Braun, bro. He must
Yeah,
know the ministry in Utah.
I
I mean,
mean, in Denver, but
like he
this is
must
what
be running for mayor out there or some
I
shit.
mean. But Breeze, this is what happens when you win, bro. Think about the bread that Jordan Poole got, bro. After the Warriors won, think
Bruh, but
about
bruh, Christian Braun ain't helped the Denver win.
he
That
did.
was
He was in the star lineup.
that was KP. That
KCP,
was
right. You're right. That was
Yeah, that was
KCP.
KCP and Aaron Gordon and MPJ and Jamal Murray.
Well, Breeze,
Christian Braun was not no factor.
I ain't gonna
Breeze, you
say he
gotta
wasn't no
remember,
Yo,
how
they
Christian.
thought Christian Braun was gonna be way better than KCP, and he can't cover like KCP. Christian Braun is a
No,
good player, but he wasn't as consistent knocking down that three, and that defense, when it came down
he's
to
like
it, it
one of them.
wasn't impacting winning at all.
He was being one of those glue guys, I think, just
yeah,
coming up with scrappy plays
yeah,
that was helping them do shit, grabbing pause loose balls. Like he was doing a lot of the scrappy
yeah.
shit, same type of shit Bruce Brown
What
was
Bruce
doing
Brown
for
was doing,
us.
but
Bruce
the thing
Brown was
is,
way better at it. He was slashing to the
here's the
basket as
thing
well.
though. Like, if you go look at how that thing imploded, Bruce Brown and KCP went other places to get their bread.
True.
That left Christian Brown wide open, bro, to get a contract extension. Well, and he was getting bench minutes realistically, so he went from a bench player, and because KCP and Bruce Brown left, he immediately got that starter position just with a snap of the finger. So they figured it was still money left, and you was on the championship team, you won. The only person that got finessed out of money after winning the championship was Jonathan Kuminga. That's the only person.
Yo, I heard Kaminga not even staying with the Hawks.
I don't know where Kuminga had, bro. I really don't. I don't even know.
Kaminga he's not taking no for an answer, bro. Every
Kaminga
time
about
I hear
that.
his name
Kaminga
come
about to
up,
end up like your man's Cam Thomas, nigga. So on the
nah.
damn.
But again, like I said, man, I wish I would have advocated more for him to take that 2-year, $30 million because that first contract you can't start on the NBA. You got to
Which
take it or
which I
leave it.
told niggas to do, but
But at the
no.
but at the end of the day, I wasn't wrong. I mean, I wasn't mad at him, or I don't think he was wrong for being confident and believing himself. You know your own body. You know what I mean? So I didn't know how severe that hamstring thing was. I just knew that he was better than Cam Johnson as a starter and Mikal Bridges as a starter. But that being said, I wish him well. I don't know where he's at right now, but I wish you somewhere. I honestly, I hope you're part of your story is coming back when the expansion teams come back. You come back, you get on one of those teams, and you just start hoping.
But you think
Nigga
Cam
said
Thomas about to be?
expansion team.
You think
Yeah,
Cam Thomas
like,
about to be out the league? You think he's going to China?
but Cam,
I think he's going already, bro.
hey, I think somebody would have picked him up
He'll
by
get
now,
one more
man.
You
shot.
know,
Someone will
bro,
give him.
Zaire Williams, bro. Like we had money
No,
to
let
pay
it get
Zaire
closer to the
Williams.
NBA season. I don't think nobody is checking for him right now, but let it
Nobody
get closer
checking
to the
for him.
season.
Yeah, I think
Like
Zaire Williams.
Ross, like LeBron didn't even make
Zion
his
Williams on
decision yet.
LA Lakers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zaire Williams took $3 million from the Lakers, bro. From the Snow Time Lakers, bro. Like this shit is ridiculous, bro.
Snow
Like,
time is crazy. I heard that the
yeah,
other day.
yeah. So I'm looking at it like face value. The NBA is getting rid of anybody under the age of 25 or under the age that hasn't put their name in a pot right away or whatever the case may be. They kind of just over and done with him. John Morant they sent that nigga to Portland. The NBA is not bullshitting around, bro, with you, bro. Like when they tell you, bro, like they basically giving you signs that this is your last chance to do right or get right, bro, and start being the most model citizen that you could be as an NBA basketball player. Because if you don't, like I'm telling you, like the way they sent Ja Morant to Portland, bro. Like Cam Thomas ain't coming back. It's a lot of niggas that's just not coming back, bro. Like I had to accept the fact that Kai Jones, bro, is dominating in the Bahamas and he going crazy overseas, bro. But he will not be back in the NBA.
Bro, Cam Thomas, I think, is gonna get a job, and you know where I could see him maybe on the Heat, man. A team that's gonna need players but don't got a lot of money to
Nah.
pay them, and I think it's teams that could use a 20-point a night scorer, bro.
But
The guy
it would.
averaged
I
24
just
points a
checked.
game. He's
He's
got
not
10
playing.
40-point games and he's out of the league. That's wild.
I mean,
Like, there's-
I put it to you this way,
But
bro.
I did
Like
look. The NBA Reddit shit said Cam Thomas is still a free agent. What team could get the most out of him? The most popular comment is the Sharks.
damn, that's messed up. I like you know what it is, bro. They looking at niggas
I
like,
want to
yo,
laugh at that joke, man.
they. I don't even want to get into
That's
stats,
crazy.
bro, because I
Yeah,
don't even
niggas
think
is
it's about
stupid,
that
bro.
anymore. I don't even want to get into stats. 'Cause I don't think it's about that anymore because the NBA analytics look at niggas like, yo, they just gave this nigga 31 minutes a game. And it's taking them 31 minutes a game to get 22 points when it's certain niggas in the league when they just
Don't do
had
that,
niggas
bro.
like Joker and Giannis and all these niggas averaging 30 and 30 minutes. And
Don't
then
do
other
that,
niggas
bro.
they playing for less minutes, bro. Like and you could get some defense out of them and get a couple of threes.
Cam Thomas
Like
was on
the
this
thing
team
is, I
getting
don't think
20
Cam
points in
Thomas was ever
19
part
minutes
of any
a
plan.
lot of times.
And
He
it's
was
crazy to say that, bro. Like I don't even know if it's crazy to say that. It's just he just wasn't, bro. Like I think you could like 30 GMs as much as a lot of people as much as the commentators as much as the other teams commentators enjoyed watching him and said good things about him. I don't think he was ever part of any large scale plan. I just don't, man. Like it's when you're not a part of the plan, my nigga, they basically just dragging you through the mud. And they gonna give you what they think, and they gonna give you some low bullshit, and you basically just got to take it. If you don't take it, you end up like that nigga. I told niggas he should have took the money right away, but you know the life was defiant, and it was what it was.
That shit got
Now
nothing
look
to do
where we
with
are.
us. That shit got nothing to do with fans. That shit got everything to do with Cam Thomas' agent. He had bad representation. I think he changed the sports agent like 2, 3 different times.
It's a rough spot though. Like if you're 23 years old and you average 24 points a game, you average over 20 points a game 2 years in a row, and they're saying 2 years, 14 million per year, 15 million per year. You're like, hell no. This is the contract that's supposed to change my life. Like, suppose my kid should never have to work. And then they say that, and you see.
I mean,
Other guys
but Gary,
I,
2 years, 2 years, 30 million is a good start though.
it is.
Like,
It's more than I make. You know,
yeah, come on,
pretty
bro.
good
I
money,
don't give
man.
a. You don't say no to becoming an 8-figure nigga, bro. Just like that, bro.
But it
Yeah,
also wasn't
that's
a
what I'm
2 year
saying.
deal.
Yo,
It was a club option, so it was a 1 year deal for 14.
Yeah,
million.
you know what I you know what I realized. Not to cut you off, Gary, is that I think he's true to that personality. I don't think he gives a shit. I think wherever Cam Thomas is at, he's happy. He don't have to be famous and play basketball. I think it was something that he was serious about and love, but everything that came with it, I don't think he liked. I think he liked the basketball part of it, but the business part and all of that shit, he don't care for that shit, bro.
I think
I think he's really family centered, and I don't think he broke. I think
no,
maybe
he
he
ain't
took his
broke.
money,
No.
he invested his money into something and whatnot. And I just don't. I think he's well off. I just think that he's not an NBA player. I mean, he not, but I think he could play in the NBA. He's better than some of these guys.
He'll get one more shot. Someone will give him a vet
I
minimum
mean,
deal.
the nigga, what he made 6 million this last year. I ain't gonna lie, bro. For where I live, that 6 million could last me a good 10 years. I ain't gonna hold you. Like it definitely can, bro. Like I moved to the middle of the country to give up on my dreams, nigga. I don't give a shit about
You know
nothing
what?
else no more. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
That's crazy.
yeah, but you don't say no to 2 years, 30 million, bro. Ever.
But
Yeah.
it really wasn't 2 years. The second year was a club option. You know damn well they weren't going to pick it up. Like, that means they would
I
pick it up
mean,
this
but
year.
even still, you don't say no to 1 year, 15 million.
I'm with it. No, I agree.
Yeah,
I
no,
agree.
no, I
You
gotta
don't
agree
do
with that.
that.
I gotta agree with that. I am gonna lie. Again, like I said, I wish I would have been more advocate of him signing the contract, but I understood why he wanted to bet on
Um,
himself. But my thing is, you know your body better than anybody, and if you knew you had that hampering hamstring, you know better than anybody could tell you. And what I will say, the difference between the NBA and like the NFL is you play 82 games. That's a lot.
the
If you
the the
feel like
fun
you
the
can go
funny
through
thing about
82 games
this
healthy, or you can make 65 out of 82, that's still a lot.
the funny thing about this is, bro, people Nets fans was clocking the days that we was gonna play versus the Bucks. We finally seen them niggas, and that nigga was already cut from the team. That's
Yeah,
crazy, bro. And turns out, if you talk to Doc Rivers and the Tentacumbo family, they were the niggas that basically had the last hand in that. So him going to Miami when Giannis just went there, and you already know Giannis is probably bringing his brother. That's if Pat Riley is lenient enough, bro. Like because Pat Riley believe in that coach's shit or whatever it is. So I doubt it if Cam Thomas got a spot on any of the 30 teams in this league.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm planning to close out. Subscribe to Leaf 4788. Subscribe to BK Nothing But Next. That's Gary channel. You already know this is JTV. He got a show coming on Tuesday, right, Jay? Different show.
Yeah, different show where every week is a different show. That's Tuesday on my IG. Just This Is Jay. And word, make sure y'all keep streaming that music. Know what I mean, This Is Jay on all streaming platforms and A Different World. But word.
Yeah, man. Gary, tell him your channel. Tell him your channel.
It's BK nothing but nets.
Facts. Leaf, they already know Leaf, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can subscribe to all of us, and Nets fans is the best fans. We're gonna be back with more content. I don't know when, but I'm gonna be back with more content
The
sometime soon.
content just keeps coming, man. That's what happens, man. Content keep creating itself.
Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate all of y'all, man. Y'all already know we're gonna be back. See y'all later. Have a good night, y'all.
Safety.